Yesterday, Fabrizio Romano confirmed that Arsenal will in fact sign an attacking midfielder. And while Arsenal are busy negotiating for their main target in James Maddison, a plan B is always necessary. So could that player be a certain Bernardo Silva? Let's also get an update on Joe Willock. Let's find out in today's episode of The Transfers FC. What is going on, guys? Man, it's Lautaro and welcome back to your boys channel. As per, I'd massively appreciate if you guys can go down there and smash a like on the video, and while you are down there, please do consider subscribing to the boys channel as we are on the road to the big 60,000. But let's get straight into the Arsenal transfer news, and starting off with Bernardo Silva. Yesterday it was confirmed by Man City head coach Pep Guardiola that Bernardo Silva is asked to leave Manchester City, and Guardiola also confirmed if a right offer came in for the player, Man City would consider selling Bernardo Silva. And so with our club Arsenal needing a brand new attacking midfielder, have we now got our eyes set on Bernardo Silva? Well, according to the Mirror today in the UK, Bernardo Silva has been keen on a move to Spain, with Atletico Madrid and Barcelona both looking at signing him this summer, but the financial situations at the La Liga clubs mean they could struggle to afford him, and that has opened the door to Arsenal. So Atleti and Barca can't put the money on the table, but the real question is for Arsenal, can we put the money on the table, and if so, how much are we talking for Bernardo Silva? The report has also confirmed though that James Maddison is also in Arteta's sights, but Leicester, who value the player at £60 million, are playing hardball, and a deal for Bernardo Silva could be easier to get over the line. In terms of Mikel Arteta, of course, he does have a previous relationship with Bernardo Silva. He used to work with the player at Man City as he was assistant coach there with Pep Guardiola. And so the fact that both individuals know each other so well could play a part in any potential transfer. Now, as you guys already know, Arsenal's main target right now is James Maddison, and Arsenal are currently in negotiation with Leicester City trying to get that deal over the line. But with a price tag set at £60 to £70 million, if Arsenal were to agree a deal there, then Arsenal look to Bernardo Silva as a possible alternative. But my real question for Man City is, how much money do you guys want for Bernardo Silva? Because of course he was an expensive investment a few years ago. He has only gotten better since then. He has now entered his peak years as well. He also has the Premier League experience. And so this, my friends, I am going to leave to you guys down below in the comments. Would you take Bernardo Silva at Arsenal? And if so, how much money are you willing to pay for the Portuguese attacking midfielder? The Mail today have confirmed that Maddison has been a strong target this summer for the Gunners, who've been working on players plus cash deal. He still has 3 years remaining on his £100,000 a week contract, and it's understood that anything less than £60 million would be turned down flat. In terms of Arsenal and the player, it's been confirmed in the past that Arsenal could agree personal terms, and they've even offered the double Maddison's £100,000 a week contract. But in terms of Leicester City, they are a club that always wants a lot of money up front, and as seen by the transfer sagas of Harry Maguire and Ben Chilwell, these guys are very hard, notoriously hard to negotiate with. For me, what Arsenal need to do now is look to offload players like Joe Willock, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Eddie Nketiah, and if we can get some good money back in return, then we can put forward an official offer of proper money for James Maddison. In terms of the player himself today, he created more chances in 2 than any other Leicester City player in the first half against Man City in the Community Shield, as Big Mad has got his second trophy for Leicester, first the FA Cup and now the Community Shield. And of course, in terms of Arsenal, we are the kings of the Community Shield. So if you want a few more of those and a couple more FA Cups, then Arsenal is the place for you, my guy. But one thing I will say is, watching Maddison play in that game, I definitely saw a lot of things that I want to see potentially at Arsenal. But what he is in the final third is a final action player. He's always trying to make things happen, always trying to create chances, get a goal or get an assist, and there's that impact in the final third that Arsenal not had for a very, very long time. And so if you did watch Man City versus Leicester today in the Community Shield, what were your thoughts on James Maddison's performance? Were you impressed, or do you have some concerns? Voice them down below in the comments. Chris Wheatley with an update on Joseph Willock. An agreement hasn't been reached yet, but Newcastle remain confident they will sign Willock. Arsenal's preference would be a upfront cash deal, while a loan with the obligation to buy clause has also been discussed. Steve Bruce wants to complete the deal before Newcastle's Premier League opener against West Ham next Sunday. So the Geordies in Newcastle United are confident they can sign Joe Willock, and if you are so confident, how about you put some liquid cash on the table in front of us to show us how serious you are. Newcastle manager Steve Bruce says on Willock, "We are in dialogue with Arsenal, but we have to respect that he is their player. Until we can reach an agreement with Arsenal and what they want, The rest is immaterial. And this, my friends, I think is going to be a deal that is going to get done. I believe within the next few days we are going to get an official offer from Newcastle of 20 to 25 million pounds. And in terms of the player's desire, I think he wants to play first team regular football in the Premier League, and he definitely feels a lot more value at Newcastle by the team and the fans and the club. I myself have always been a fan of Joe Willock, I don't hide that. But what's your own thoughts on the player, and if he is to leave Arsenal, would you be for it or would you be against it? And is 25 million pounds a fair price tag on young Joseph Willock? Moving on to the centre forwards and Arsenal. First things first, we have some breaking news regarding an Inter Milan striker, but it's not Lautaro Martinez, as David Ornstein has confirmed that Chelsea have agreed a deal with Inter Milan to sign Romelu Lukaku. We have got a here we go from Mr. David Ornstein. Lukaku to Chelsea is on. It is going to happen. And with him now leaving Inter Milan, how does that now affect Arsenal's pursuit of Lautaro Martinez? Well, according to Tutto Sport in Italy, Lautaro Martinez and Stefan de Vrij are all potential departures, with Inter Milan willing to sacrifice key players should suitable offers come in, even after selling Lukaku. When Arsenal already negotiating £60 million with James Maddison, 65 with Lautaro, do Arsenal have that sort of cashola? But then saying that, just like in the case of Big Matters, if Arsenal can sell the right players and get the right amount of money in, then and only then could we potentially see Arsenal make an official offer of £65 million for Lautaro Martinez. Keeping it on the centre forward style, what about Tammy Abraham? Well, according to Sacha Tavolieri, the Belgian reporter, Abraham, who has been linked with a move to Atalanta, would prioritise the Premier League, where Arsenal would be the most concrete move for him. So Tammy wants to stay in the Premier League, and now that Lukaku is going to Chelsea, he's a striker for a striker. That makes Tammy Abraham certainly available. According to reliable journalist Matt Law, Chelsea want to sell Abraham to finance the Lukaku deal. Arsenal have a serious interest in the player. Arsenal is Abraham's childhood club and is considered an attractive proposal for him. Matt Law also confirms that Atalanta are interested, and also are Southampton. Is it Lautaro Martinez? Is it Tammy Abraham? Or is it a certain someone else? Because today the reliable Demarcio has said that the Gunners are looking for a striker, and Dusan Vlahovic is also in their sights. Young 21-year-old Dusan Vlahovic plays for Fiorentina in the Serie A, and despite being so young, Vlahovic is rated as one of the most highly rated centre forwards in the world. And if Arsenal were to sign this player, he would not come on the cheap. As Demarcio confirmed, Fiorentina wants at least £50 million for this striker in Vlahovic. Arsenal face competition from Spurs, who may look to sign him if Harry Kane departs. Now, of course, if Harry Kane was to leave Nando's FC, that club would have a lot of money, and even though your boy banters them with that sort of money, they could be a serious threat in this transfer saga. But at 21 years of age, what are your thoughts on Dusan Vlahovic? And if you've watched him play, would you spend the £50 million price tag that Fiorentina have set on the striker? And keeping it on Demarcio, they have confirmed that Inter's top target for right back is Denson Dumfries and not Hector Bellerin. Oh my goodness gracious me, we have an issue now. Arsenal in the past had slapped a 20 to 25 million euro price tag on the player, and simply no one wanted to pay that. In terms of Inter Milan, they had put forward a loan with the option to buy for Hector Bellerin, but Arsenal did not want to accept that, and now Inter have turned their eyes to Denzel Dumfries, the Dutch international, instead. But if it came down to you guys, comment down below, what would you do with the future of Hector Bellerin? And moving on to the other Arsenal news today, starting off with Pele's godson, R9's stepson, we're talking Gabriel Martinelli. It is gold for Gabby. A massive congratulations to Gabriel Martinelli on winning a gold medal at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics for Brazil. Our Brazilian star boy has a gold medal. Harry Kane, can you relate? No, you can't. And here is young Gabby after the game taking a photo with a certain Bruno Guimaraes. And this photo of Martinelli and Guimaraes was liked by the agents of the player. Now, in terms of the Arsenal central midfield, of course, we are set to keep Granit Xhaka, who's going to get given a 2-year contract extension. But now that a certain Thomas Partey is injured, what do Arsenal do now? As in a Arsenal team news update, Thomas Partey is expected to be back in training in approximately 3 weeks. Eddie Nketiah is expected to be back in training in approximately 4 weeks. And Gabriel Magalhaes, with a knee injury, is aiming to be back in training in the forthcoming weeks. And in terms of the games that Thomas Partey is going to miss, he's going to miss the game against Tottenham tomorrow, Brentford, Chelsea and Man City, and then there is an international break. So up against the European and Premier League champions, Arsenal will not have their Ghanaian excellence. It is heartbreaking scenes at the Emirates. and now it is over to Arsenal to see how do they react, and are they gonna go into the market now and bring in a brand new first team central midfielder. And in terms of Arsenal, we will now play Tottenham tomorrow in a pre-season friendly, and after that it is Brentford away in the first game of the brand new Premier League season. But in terms of that second game, the crunch game, the Premier League game, I want you guys to head down into the comments and let me know what would be your Arsenal starting 11 going into that game against Brentford, who is starting and who is sitting on that bench. But that is the video there and there. If you have enjoyed, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video. If you are new to the thing, please do subscribe to your boy's channel, and if you want to follow your boy on them social medias, then the links will be down below in the description. But that was the latest episode of the Transfers FC. Bernardo Silva, James Maddison, Arsenal. I just want some brand new players, so I will see you guys soon in a bit.